Hi everybody, it's Heather Ippolito, 34th District Parliamentarian. Since it's September, you already have had a meeting or two under your belts. Today we're going to discuss some ways that parliamentary procedure can help make your meetings more efficient. In both executive board and association meetings, the parliamentarian sits directly next to the president. This is so they can advise the president quietly, sometimes through notes during the meeting. As a parliamentarian, I also like to keep the time of the meeting. I have an app on my phone called Flip Clock, which I place in front of myself. And if we're getting close to the end of the meeting, I can easily push it in front of the president to let them know that they need to speed things up or we might need to table some business until our next meeting. Motions and debate are a necessary part of your meetings, but they can eat up a lot of time and sometimes become unwieldy. Here are a few tips to stop that from happening. First, have motion slips available at your meeting. Makers of motions simply write down their motions and their rationale and submit them to the chair of the meeting, who's usually the president. When the chair receives them, they can read the motion exactly the way the maker intends. This also helps out our secretaries when they have to write the motions down in the minutes, so shout out to all of our hardworking secretaries out there. This helps to focus debate by having a super clear understanding of what the maker of the motion wants to discuss. Then discussions can proceed, one pro speaker, then one against, each getting equal time, usually 2 to 3 minutes. Once debate has ended, the chair once again reads the motion and the vote occurs. I can email you a few examples of motion slips, or you can make your very own using index cards. Anything to simplify the motion process. Speaking of the motion process, did you know there are 8 steps to making a motion according to Robert's Rules of Order? They are 1, obtain the floor, 2, be recognized by the chair, who is usually the president, 3, make the motion. This is something I get asked a lot. The correct language to make a motion is not, I make a motion. It is to say, I move. So for example, I move that we hold the Harvest Festival on October 30th. Then the motion is seconded, usually from the floor. If this doesn't happen immediately, the president will ask for a second. The 5th step is the chair restates the motion. This is where those motion slips come in really handy. The 6th step is debate or discussion happens. Remember, you as a parliamentarian need to help keep things fair and balanced. One side from each speaks. One person for the motion, then one person against. You do not have to hear from every person wanting to speak on an issue. If all the remaining speakers are either for or against the motion, you can end debate. You only have debate when you can go back and forth, for or against, pro, con. The 7th step is putting the question to the vote. All those in favor say aye, all those opposed say nay. That is your chair of the meeting's job to do, which is usually your president. And then the last thing is the chair announces the result. Sometimes your presidents notice that a motion needs to be made. Since they aren't allowed to make motions themselves, you will often hear the president say, I entertain a motion to. If you as a board member hear this, all you have to do is be recognized by the chair and say, I move to, and repeat what your president just said. Easy peasy, you can help move the meeting along. I'm sure that you guys all do these things already as part of your meeting, but it's always nice to have a little refresher. If you've made it to the end of this message, then you deserve a treat. I have a quick survey for you to fill out, so if you follow this web address, I will send you something fun. Thanks so much.